Tuesday, I will end it. I don't have to go all the way down. Second Tuesday, following the announcement of the result of the first ballot. If you need to plan for elections second round, the time the law telling you we need to conduct the second round, do you expect for us to get the money after announcing the results before we start running being a Ministry of Finance or before we start making preparation? Election doesn't work like that. While we are talking about now, the commission start to engage for that money. The commission start to make preparation for a possible second round, if there would be a second round. The time frame the law is providing is a very limited time frame that you expect the commission to say, we're waiting for the first round to finish. Let's see whether there will be second round before we make preparation. Obviously, the time frame is very limited. And as such, in elections, there are lots of preparation we put in for elections. You saw in 2005, there was a second round, 2011, in 2017, and the commission were ready to move into the second round because we always have funding for the second round. That is why the commission is engaging. Nobody said the commission praying there might be this one or there might be this one. In elections, when you are preparing in elections, we don't wait for the last day before we prepare. Election is a bridge between chaos and peace. It lasts for the security. So that's the reason the commission is asking for this morning now, because preparation must start now for second round. It would need to have second round.
Breaking sense for the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Seku Sherry day.
Labira, Labira. It's a breaking sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Breaking sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Seku Sherry say.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Breaking sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It's time to talk. Breaking sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to
Seku Sherry day.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It's time to talk. Breaking sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It's time to talk. Breaking sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to
Seku Sherry day.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It's time to talk. Breaking sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, Seku Sherry coming to talk. Into treatment. We got the night to information and education. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, Seku Sherry coming to talk. Good information. Information is talking and education. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Seku Sherry day.
Bring it back, coming to town. From Monday to Friday, Segun Sherry coming to town. From Monday to Friday, Segun Sherry coming to town. Liberia, the Liberia, it is a go-go. Bring the glory to what I got in Segun Sherry coming to Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Segun Sherry coming to talk.
Segun Sherry say.
Liberia, Liberia, it is a go-go. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Segun Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia.
Only Allah is our protector. He knows all the bad things they are planning, all the good things they want to do. Only Allah, God Almighty, is every one of us protector on this earth. Good evening to the good people of Great Liberia. And it's always good to be here, do what we love to do for our country, Liberia. No matter all the difficulties, no matter the issues, no matter what the issues are, we are always resolved to do the people's job. And this is what we love to do for our country, Liberia. It feels good to be on the radio, talk to the people, giving you the opportunity so that your voices can be heard on critical national issues in the country. Yet another day, a burning presentation of the show Issues of Today on Voice of Liberia 104.1 in the nation's capital, Monrovia, 89.7 in Kakata, Magibi County, other parts of Liberia, and also live on www.voiceofliberiaradio.com, various platforms, or online television. We want to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining us always, doing what you love to do for our country, Liberia. And we return to do what we love to do for this country. There are many things we're going to talk about today. Some of the things we're going to say will be good for you. Some of the things we're going to say will be bad for you. You might like it. You might not like it. You might support it. You might not support it. But this is what we do for our country, Liberia. Certainly, with the blessing of my parents, we're going to be here to do what we love to do for our country. Good evening. Across the 15 countries of Liberia, I want to say to you, hello, my people. Wake up. Wake up. Liberia is at a point that we need to redeem our country. Certainly, we should not sit and allow the wrong things to happen. We need to speak truth to power. And we also need to educate the people to know what is it they need to know about. There are too many things happening in our country. Foreigners are definitely taking over Liberia to the extent they control the economy of our country. You won't believe some of the things we've uncovered. You won't believe some of the things we've uncovered. And certainly, it is one of the reasons why we thought to establish this radio station called Voice of Liberia. And so let me give you the line up of what we're going to be doing here tonight on the show. From now up to 7:15, it is the first of a kind. Maybe some of you will listen to me to speak the way I will speak to people in government, particularly Minister Samuel Twell and the legs of other people in the government. And I'm going to speak truth to them. Yes, we support them, but we don't support what they're doing. And some of you in government undermining the government, we will sit here and let the people to know. And so that will take us up to 7:15 tonight on the show. At 7:15, we take a break. When we return, there's this investigation we've launched. And it will interest you to know that we've uncovered too many things happening in Liberia. There are a lot of foreign businesses in our country. They are exploiting the system. They are exploiting the system, particularly the Liberia Revenue Authority, LRA. There are people working at LRA are working with lots of the foreign businesses in Liberia to defraud the Liberian government. And so we've investigated and we have pieces of evidence in our possession. And so today we're going to start with the Market Business Center, where we have all necessary documents in our possession from 2020 to 2023. They've been defrauding the government of Liberia millions of dollars. You don't want to miss it. We will give you figures. We will give you time, dates. And we'll tell you how many millions of dollars this foreign company operating in Liberia has defrauded the government of Liberia. It is done by some of the people at LRA. It is done by some of the people at LRA. They are in the know. And I will call some of the names of the people that even filed report on behalf of the Market Business Center. It is a Lebanese company owned by Lebanese. Yes. We're not against foreigners of doing business in our country, but you cannot be defrauding us the way you're doing it. And so today we will let you know about it. And so we'll start with 2020 report, that filing, that return, that whatsoever in our possession. We will let you know. They've claimed that they've been audited. And now we will get the Commissioner General, Thomas Dona. This will be the first time for you and I to go longer ahead, because the right thing needs to be done. We will officially write the Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority on tomorrow, using the FOI law, and also telling him that we are willing to unveil ourselves to LRA to explain to them and provide to them pieces of evidence that the Market Business Center has defrauded the government of Liberia millions of United States dollars. They are operating. Some of what they've done, it is fair enough to shut their business down. But I will let you know what exactly the son of one of the owners, in person of Hossein, what he brags about. I will let you Liberians to know. At 8:15, we go back to speak to seditions and tell them what on our mind and encourage them. My name is Sekou Sharif. Inshallah, with the blessing of my parents, we'll be here tonight up to 9 o'clock on the show. Too many things. Let's take a break to be right back. And at about this time, fellow Liberians, I want to speak to you. And this, I don't want to hide this. We do support the government, but I think it is about time, seeing some of the things that are ongoing, to make the people to understand that they are creating more problems than good for the government, particularly for the re-election of President George Weah. Let me ask you, and you need to retrospect when CDC was in the opposition. Back then in 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, from 2006, when Liberians used to come out in their numbers to come and do what? To pledge their support to the election of then soccer legend George Weah. At the time that if you could say to anyone that President Weah or George Weah at the time should not be elected as president of this country, many will have said to you that indeed you don't love Liberia. At the time that people used to take their t-shirts and pay their monies and print t-shirts for the love the people had for the president at the time. When people used to do everything to show their love for George Weah at the time, when he was not president, when people saw themselves in the story and the success and the living condition of which President Weah lived, there were many persons that thought that the election of President Weah would bring the best change or changes in the life of the people. That many saw the bright feature of Liberia in President Weah. Many saw that Liberia would grow under the leadership of President Weah. There were mothers, there were fathers, there were family members that you could not say anything so bad about President Weah at the time. It is not that President Weah is a bad person, no. It is not that President Weah has not done things that the Liberian people really been yearning for. It is not that President Weah has not broken the record of development. It is not that President Weah has not been able to do things that other governments they've not been able to do within the shortest possible time. It is not that President Weah government is not doing well. It is not that President Weah doesn't have love for this country called Liberia. It is not that President Weah cannot do more better things. Or it is not that President Weah has not done more better things. But you know why? The surrounding of President Weah is the problem. I will say this today. I will say it to you people. It is election time. And I will speak out. The surrounding of President Weah is the problem. And I will name them one after another. And I'll let the Liberian people know who are the problems. When we say these things, they don't like it. They hate us. And they think they will stop what God has destined for us. You cannot. Plus you, minus you, we've been here. We survive. We can survive. And you don't even know how we're surviving. It is not that President Weah is not the chosen one. But the surrounding of President Weah, it is the problem he faces. Can you imagine, fellow Liberians? There are officials of the current Weah-led administration that would prefer to pay journalists to not talk about them. But they don't care as to whether the person will say the worst things about President Weah. They don't care. You see how sycophantic and being sorry for this and being very stupid? You really think a President Weah is not the president of this country, where you can be finance minister? No. You cannot be finance minister under no condition so easily. No. If it is not President Weah, some of you can never be ministers. Because your faith will be in limbo. You got the very people in government. And I sat down this morning, I shed tears. And I said to myself, why the people are doing this to this man? Why the people are doing the likes of Samuel Twe? I will call more names though. Samuel Twe is not doing well for President Weah. Yes. I will give you instances. And as of today's date, Samuel Twe will be my introductory part of my show. I'll give you instances, fellow Liberians. Because I want to start from a point where I will come to a point and you will understand what I'm trying to say. I see my brothers, my sisters, seditions, people that I respect. They're on the social media. They are fighting. They're saying that the people did not put crowd. In fact, the crowd did and everything. And I said to myself, listen, until we all can realize and correct the mistakes and put for the better, we will continue to live within the dream world of thinking about something, but it won't be a reality. What's going on? What are we doing? Why is it we doing what we are doing? Why is it we doing what we are doing? to our own country. Now, let me go ahead. You have the people. We're in an electionary year. Let me just give you an example of something, and you will see for yourself. President Weir is currently in the States. He gone for the UNGA. The legs of Samuel Twer, the legs of Emma Glasgow, the legs of Dewey from Bumbles, the legs of other people in government, you will not see them in active politics until the president returns and they pretend like they can do the political issue in the presence of the president. Listen, some of the problems this government is battling for the re-election that Samuel Twer created, though, he created some of the problems. Even though some of the problems were not created by himself, to say, oh, he wanted to create the problems, but because of the position he served, the problems were created by him. Either because they wanted the government to work at a particular time. So he should be the one to address and solve some of the problems. Fellow Liberians, we need to be honest and we need to speak truth to the people we call leaders. Now, let's go to the real issues. You see, and I will say this today, I think Minister Twer overly acts. Either he wants to prove more to President Weir that he's more educated, he understands how to be Minister of Finance. So at times he says things that are very unnecessary. The last time I checked, the finance minister of the Republic of Liberia stood before the president of the Republic of Liberia with that bravery to say to Liberians and the world at large, because he have online television, that Liberia has has supply current that she's giving to Ivory Coast. When they tell an educated person that you ought to know better, then you say it is an insult. And that's the thing that Samuel Twer should have known, that it doesn't make sense. If Liberia has supply current, it doesn't make sense for you to say Liberia has current, it is surplus, and we're giving it to Ivory Coast in a simple Liberian English. When you still have homes that don't have current in Liberia, you still have homes that are suffering for current. So you know what you do in that case? You think that you are pleasing the president or you pleasing the people that are sitting there, but you are making the common people angry about what you are saying. You know what they will say about it? You are making mockery out of them. It is what that Twer did. You know, when I saw the thing the other time, I said, who does that? Is Twer being advised? Or he speaks because he's a finance minister, or he's the most educated person in the government? He mesmerized people to believe all that he says to them. How do you come in this country and say to people, sometimes when you say things, you may yourself to look like a junk. It is what Twer can do at times for himself. And say to the Liberian people that Liberia as a country, we giving, we got a supply, we got more current, and so supply current, we're giving some to Ivory Coast. Hey, man. But you know the reason why Twer said it? I will tell you the deal, how much Twer is benefiting from those CLSU, all these kinds of things and everything. So at the end of the day, he's overly drunk to say some things that doesn't make sense. You know how many? You know the deal. You know what Twer as a minister of finance, he's benefiting from this entire thing. Why is it money Captain can leave from down there? You know what in honor it? So you see, That's another problem created by Samuel Twe. You don't come in the public and say Liberia. Hey God. You come and say Liberia has supply current. It's good you correct them and then you go in and settle them. I'm a person, I speak my mind. I don't hide anything. I don't live with things when it is burning me. No, I don't do it. I tell you the truth. If you like it, that's it. You don't like it, that's your business. This thing, Samuel Twame, do you know how many ministers in the Liberian government complain about this, man? He doesn't live up to any promise he made. He doesn't live up to it. He's not a player that is cool to finish something. He's not. Listen, you have other finance ministers in this country to where we in campaign period. We are President Weah, you can't be finance minister. Most President Weah can't tell you, say, do what will make the man to be re-elected to keep you as finance minister. In fact, in the history of Liberia or doing this of recent governance in our country, you are the longest finance minister that go for almost 6 years. Oh, yes. Should President Weah can't tell you to do what you're supposed to do because we're in election and we need re-election? Should he tell you that? Now, the thing that you people are doing, affecting good people like the Jefferson Koji, like the Fina Bondo, a person that I see, she struggles all the time in the interest of the president. I can remember when Bill Trier used to be the NPA boss. We had a conversation one time, he was in Grand Bassa County on the phone. And Bill said to me, he said, Siku, he said, it is not my right to be the NPA boss. It is not my right for President Weah to call me when he's traveling out of the country. It is not my right to have the freedom to see the president at any time I want to see the president. He said, Seku, anywhere I am in this world, once it is about something to make the government to look good for President Weah to look good, I will do it. If it care for me to give my last and last, I will do it. Unless, listen to this. I'm not envying anyone. I thought to say these things so that seditians will know. Some of you don't know. Some people now come and say, oh, say, Seku, you've been, you the one been defending the government. And when the people even had all the things, you stood your ground, you defended the government and everything. But these days, you are not vocal and we don't see anything happening and everything, right? My manager is saying, yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man, manager. Yeah, but let me tell you. So it's not that I'm envying anybody. And also, I'm not bragging here. But I think of my age, I'm more better off. I'm an owner of a radio station or radio stations because I want to have Voice of Liberia branches across the country. We are currently working on Banga, Bon County. From Banga, Bon County, I'm going to Lofa. From Lofa, I'm going to Grand Bassa. From Grand Bassa, I'm going to the Southeast. They're not government giving me money, but we sit on the platform and promote the government. You get this thing, man. Let me tell you what Twe can do. You see, Twe can act too smart, but sometimes he can play some dummy games. I'm not against any of my colleagues in the media. You got the Freedom FM, the station that I will continue to respect in my entire life. You got the Banner FM that support the government. You got the King's FM, the station of the president. And you got Voice of Liberia, 4. We support the government, right? But you got the government people with the idea of Samuel Twe. They went to another radio station that doesn't support them 100% and hire and have a program there. You know the idea that Samuel Twe was saying? You know, the other people in your all, they know say that pro-government people. So let's tap into the other thing. You think say the people can be independent than we do? Eh? Where if we just decide today to be independent, everything you do at the Ministry of Finance, I'll let the Liberian people know. How some of your people at the Ministry of Finance can ask government ministers and directors when they go for their budget, they can tell them, so we'll give you 50% and you must sign for the 100% money, but we'll give you 50%. I have audio about some of your people, they're not even sure whether President will be re-elected, and they are stealing at the Ministry of Finance. You think we can be independent? Or you think we can be independent? But you choose to carry this thing. I don't have a problem. The Julius, the Clarence, they are all my good friends. We share notes. But you took the program that supports the government to them. You pay them. But you expect the Freedom FM, you expect the Banner FM, you expect the Kings FM, you expect the Voice of Liberia to defend you, to preach your good messages. You expect them to do it. And you come and say, Paku, we strong. Paku, we do this. And you think, say, you will give someone peanut. To where you are one of the problems. And you think, say, this election, that senatorial election, you are in a major election that will determine whether you remain finance minister or not. You are in a major election that determines whether you will be finance minister or not. You think you can be doing these things to the people that support you? You can be aggravating them. You can insult the people. Physically, you can do it. You make the people that are supporting you to get more angry. Because the way you behave, the way you hold yourself in your communities. Does that make sense? You get the government radio, you got pro-government stations, you got LTA Act. It is not on any of the pro-government radio stations. It is on other radio stations that claim to be independent. But you say, oh, they're people that are our own people. Who does that? Who's stupid? Like the way some of you in government are stupid. Who does that? Eh? Some of you, the thing that blessing you is the grace of President Weah. That people always think that they don't want to do anything out of the way because this man has been so good to people. This man has lived his life for people. This man has sacrificed for people. All of what this man has done, it said the pay you people are giving back. Should somebody tell you that you supposed to do what you're supposed to do when you ask them, we're waiting for last minute of time. Something wrong with you? Now you see, seditionists are willing to go and campaign, but they are not in power. How do they go campaign? How do they go campaign? You're on a kind of a figure whole day. You're stealing the damn money. Where is the campaign money? The other person will do the other thing. The other person will do the other thing. The people that are carrying themselves for you, you don't respect them. You get Emma Glasgow. I'm not against people. The pro-government journalists there. Now for me, I'm not bragging, but I can travel when I want to travel. They're going somewhere. They take people that cannot even say good things about them and carry their own government trip. And then they come back. They want these journalists that are in Liberia that are supporting them to sit on radio and defend them. Who does that? We all were in this country when other journalists decided to support governments in the past. How they benefited. But you're here. You see the people that support you, they're children. Yeah, my picking, man. Oh, my picking, yeah. My picking on the radio, man. Yeah, my picking. And let me say this to you in government. Yes, you might be older than some of us in age, but none of you, apart from the president or the vice president, none of you should bear in mind or in your head that me, I'm your picking. Because you cannot do anything that I cannot do. What wickedness is this? Fellow Liberians, you will not believe it, on the major day of CDC having her major program. Imagine the launch of CDC campaign. It was my own good friend, Jefferson Koji. And I said to people, there are a lot of persons that call, say, could you people be on the field? I said, no. And I intentionally said to myself, if the CDC don't pay, I will not go there. It was my good friend and brother Koji that called me and said, Seku, I beg you on the phone. The same day, the very same day to take my OB at 8 years. I'm not bragging, but I have the best OB in the country. That government gave me the money to buy it. That my money I suffer for. On the same day, to tell you how carelessly the people hearing these things they are. How do you go sit? CDC is having a major, the official launch. You know what they did? They talked to the independent media people. And they don't care. Your thing you're doing to the president, we are, I will call some of your names. And I will embarrass you. Once you want to cause embarrassment for President Weah, I will embarrass you. That is it. How do you come during an electionary period? If somebody tell you, say, look at some of the things the seditions are saying. They want to go out. They are not in power. You go to Twitter, he will speak all the BB English and everything. He mesmerizes, blah, 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 blah. I mean, we'll do that, we'll do that, we'll do that, everything. All that kind of a flamboyant saying he doesn't do anything. We in an electionary year. You people need to understand. You supporting institutions, you supporting media institutions that is not willing or they are not willing to put their life or their images on the line for you. And the ones that are supporting you, you take them to be stupid. The same to me will be supporting Emmanuel Nukwe in Mangibi County to fire where his name? Nathaniel Mangeo. Because they now want a man to win in Mangibi County. What's happening here? What the people are looking for? Anyway, you don't blame them. That power using them. But let me say this to you today. I know, and we continue to pray, President Weah will win the election. But in the worst case scenario, some of you will be the real victim. Let me tell you, my brother and my sisters, there's no way President Weah can go down the drain. No more. At times, you see the legs of Jefferson Code. You see how the people now. It is that young man that is having program on 18th Street with the young people, but you not see them. Once President Weah is not in the country, they will not have no program. You got a Southeast to where without the position of Minister of Finance, you don't have the constituent to say you can pull certain number by yourself without Minister of Finance. You don't do it. You don't have it. You begin new because of the position. So what can you do everything to maintain it? All day you'll be giving people lies around here. Do you know how many people got issue with you to in the government? Every time you say the other one, you can't do it. People go there when you do it, when you don't do it. You are the Minister of Finance, though. We in an electionary year. Do you know how many seditions are disenchanted by now? Yeah. How many people even know you in the Southeast? How many people? You better start joking here. Let me tell you the people that really suffer for this CDC. You see the likes of Molu? Now there's a bad, like, hey, they're not never people to talk. There's a fight in CDC. I will say it. But you think like brand people now know. You see now, Molu is in Grand G there. Molu is in Grand G there. How many of you guys strategists as compared to some of the people you're fighting? Listen, the worst things you people are doing to yourself, you cannot have a fight when you have a major battle on hand. But the government feel complacent. They think that they can do anything they can do. Oh, yes. You think this battle is a battle that you need to play with? You think there's a battle for you to play with? You say the other people supporting you, so you don't get time for them. You dash them. Do you know how many journalists that Twitter has on payroll? People that call themselves independent journalists. He pays them on a monthly basis. But the pro-government people, he doesn't live up to commitment to them. Every day from today, every day I'll be on the radio. And if I continue to talk, my heart cut, I'll play recordings from the Ministry of Finance. Listen, this harmonization is one of the things that affecting this government. It said that the government did it in a wrong way. No. It was something that the government needed to do because the government needed to operate. What has the summit tour has been able to do to continue to educate the people, even a harmonization process? Some of the things you're doing, when we explain to the Liberian people, they'll get angry. What have you done to continue to educate the people? But the only thing you will do, you go to the people that say they are independent. That because you don't want people to talk about you, but you want them to talk about your boss that gave you the job. There are other good people in the government. The likes of Finabondo. This is a very nice woman. She's doing everything extremely well to make this government to succeed. If you see some of the things she goes through, the likes of Jefferson Koji, Mobama, and sometimes too, you don't blame the people 100%. Mr. President, where in this world you look at Dewey for Bumbles, he remain a nice cop. Where does what is constituent? Can Dewey bring two persons also? Mr. President, politics that number and interest though. Let me be honest. Some of the people I saw out yesterday, some of the posts I saw from people yesterday, they shocked me. They shocked me. Mr. President, you have a serious battle. Twe and the likes of other people, they are fooling you. They're lying to you. There's a need we change our strategy. There's a need we open up and move and use. Do you know what it means? You have 4 good radio stations that support you, and you're not making use of it, but you going another place to go and pay, and you down. You know what you do? Let me tell you what you can do. Sometimes you can make the people that support you to look stupid, and people disrespect them. Because John Brown supports you, and you go to the extent and go to John Brown, it is not per se opponent, but in the same business, go and do business with another person, and you leave John Brown that supports you 100%, that is willing to stand with you at any point in time. And then you think that a good strategy, that a good idea that you get. That a good idea that you get. That a good strategy is there. That a good idea. You say, oh yeah, we using it. We're doing this. Can they do what the other people are doing for you? Can they do it? They won't do it. They won't do it. But you still don't see it. You think your idea is working. That's one of the stupidest things you've done. You know the coverage of the very radio stations? Do you know what the radio stations they've done to make the people to believe in the government? Oh, so it's a crime that if you take, for example, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 that you're paying down there to go to the other radio stations that support government, do you know how they run? You lie to people every day. You know how they run? That election time. And some of the things you're doing will undermine the re-election of the president, even though the president will win. But you don't do that. People want to campaign. They not get anything to campaign. They not move, but they cannot move. Amen, for God's sake. In opposition, the people did everything. In government, again, they should do everything for themselves. In government, the people should do everything for themselves again. No, maybe 12 was not around during Ellen's second term. He was not. But you won, Or government, oh, you want John Brown to come from the blue sky and stay because I love the people get. The love is unending. Even though they seeing y'all, you people are living the lifestyle that the common people in the community, they will think and say, but the government will say that proper government, how it happening? Some of your ministers, your directors, you're living in a community, you get generator, you can even give the community people current. How do you go to them and tell them, say, you'll vote for us? Some of you, you're getting your car in your community, you don't even speak to people there because you want minister, you want director. And some of you, up to present, you've not observed the lifestyle of the president, a very humble man. There's a man that if you give him a chance, if he's moving, he wants to speak to almost everybody that he sees. Then you're the bad player, then what they make as minister, director, whosoever, then you're there, you're not take the position, so that kind of a way. You don't care. Disrespect, arrogance at its best. Do you know how many seditions are around Disenchanted? Do you know why you're doing this to the president? Why? Why you people are so ungrateful and wicked to the president? Is this what is they pay some of you? To where if they care for you to even go in your cupboard, President, we should not tell you to make things to work. But you can't send it talk, blah, 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 whole day, free talk, nothing. Well, era of control. Me, I yes, I get era of control more than you. You final minister of the Republic of Liberia. You one of the problems. Eh? I'm telling you, fellow Liberians, I know LTC, right? Now, if you listen to various radio stations, you have most of the government acts, most of the government information promotes that will generate money for radio stations. They are being sent to radio stations that claim to be independent. But the government-run radio stations are deprived. But then they kind of tell you, say, oh yeah, you know, I'm betray the struggle. And you know, betray the struggle can put sand or water in generator to burn or to bring the surplus LEC that 12 say going to Ivory Coast to put the station on or to pay the salaries of the people. No, let's be honest. It doesn't make sense. People can be killing themselves for you and you don't know that they're killing themselves for you. Who does that? When you talk, they be running all around, be doing all kinds of things. And me, before I go to the lines, I know you will have your own disagreement. You're right. I did all I could, just fellow Liberians, to tell you some of the things that at times we go through in our own very government. The legs of Twe then all wanted my radio station to come on. Twe is one of the presidents that never wanted my radio station. You know, sometimes they be talking, they never wanted me to have a radio station. He pretends that everything is okay between the both of us, but it is not. He never wanted my radio station. I know some of the things that he said to people, and they told me, and I look at it, I laugh. Because I said to myself, the only way I won't have my own radio station in Liberia, the only way would that happen when I ever betrayed them. But it was because of them that I nearly died. And with the blessing of my parents, God will seek the interest of me. And it happened. It is a singing station now. Someone on stage, but I'm saying this, it is not about me, but it is about the bigger picture. What you people are doing, it is not helping. You people are very sycophantic. The legs of Emma, all of them will add when they see the president, they add, oh, they're doing everything fine. At the time, they will say all the nice things and everything, but at the end, they are doing nothing. This is a campaign period. Oh, because they say, okay, you have the national campaign chair, you have the blah, 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 blah. So it means that you're not supposed to do anything to reach out, to engage, to convince, to encourage, to make the people to understand. Until you can know your mistakes, we will continue. The crowd you people put out yesterday, there are things that we need to put in context. And don't be going on Facebook, be sitting there and be talking so, oh, that kind of cry, that walking to cry and everything. It should be a shame to you. What we should be doing and thinking about now, how can we reach out? How can we make the people to understand? And honestly, President, we our government has done much more good than any other government in 6 years. Then you want to ask yourself, why Liberians are not talking about the developmental issues the president has done? Only a minister will go appear on radio and be talking, oh yeah, the president has done this, the president has done that. Why Liberians are not in the know of it? It is because of the poor strategy. People like Samuel Twe, they will put out with lack of no support. Twe, you are finance minister. You can't be president of the country. Your ambition, you can't be president of the country. Who look at you and make you president? You can't be president. Serve the president now. When the man finish, then you can fight your battle to be the next president of Liberia. When people get the ambition and they do all the kinds of things and everything, if you can give me support, you must stop it. And like I said, I don't need a big thing for any of you. But the truth that will hurt, I will say it. Because if anything happens, some of us will be direct victims. How did we arrive at this point? You think seditions are happening in Monserrate County? They are not. You continue to do the same thing. You continue to behave the way you behave in 2020 when the people, they voted angrily against you, yet you don't come to yourself. Have you resolved the understanding of civil servants? Have you done it? You think that's an easy task? That harmonization is not a bad thing. But the way in which for you to make the people to understand, you've not done it. You go, you sit on radio, you talk, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's agree. We have a growth in the economy or everything. What's the impact on the common people? Have you realized how can you explain to these people? But now, you're supposed to be walking in water, sir. Let the people see the minister. They feel, yeah, they say, oh, that all of us. Sometimes when you want to do things to get people, let them see themselves in you. Election time, you're still making yourself too BB for people to even see the electorates. Now some of us, the electorates will see you at that wall. You're still riding your BB cars and everything. Then you're going there. People seeing you're riding BB cars and then you expect them to what? You better rethink. You better put yourself together. You're there, you're supporting people also. You're in the government, you're supporting other people that claim to be independent people. You think that people can be independent? You think people can be independent? You really think so? You really think people don't be independent? If all of us choose to be independent, trust me, it's just because of the good of the president. But if everybody decide to be independent in the country, where most of the things you're doing at the Ministry of Finance, people will know. People will know. Can you imagine? I won't call the person in. The person went for that institutional money. The other one will stand and tell the man, say, oh, we'll give you 50% of the money. And the other one will not blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, the people needed to succumb and everything because they wanted money to run their institution. Is that how you're supposed to run the place? 07709079070 07709079070 08809079070. I'm saying this, you like it, that's your business. You don't like it, that's your business. Can't satisfy you though. I'm calling names. If your supply user give me, call it. 07709079070 07709079070 08809079070. For the WhatsApp line is +231 770-942048. For those of you out of Liberia wanting to participate, this person, good evening.
Yeah, hello, Sekou.
Good evening, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Sekou Mohammed Sano. I joined you from Clarendon, 14.
Go ahead.
Sekou, I listen to you, and I just want to say it's too late for the government because the level of time they high in their control, and then now, I think you say what you're saying there is something that we're going to help you guys out because it's very late. So thank you. You can keep preaching, but it's late, yeah?
Let me take another person. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Sekou. I don't need to like your business, but today you have said the truth. I'm one of the best enchanted persons. Yeah. Well, you see, I mean, we say, who are we all going to struggle at the University of Liberia? People, when you talk about having, he cannot share with you. Zero. I think we said, oh no, we all you can share at the University of Liberia when the even say sustain. People, having cannot share with nobody. Mama Sikada from Dog community. When I talk about you, they can one my glass up. People, and we are just in China. I want to know we don't even want to see the person again. But however, when the president is around, we'll see how best we can come around. But for the minute, zero. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Let's keep doing. I'm not encouraging you not to vote the president. Let's do it so that because the president has a vision for this country. Hello.
Good evening, Sehu.
Yes. Good evening.
My name is PNS Doing, and I'm phoning from Central Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Sehu, honestly speaking, I'm constrained tonight to call onto your show. In your show. Very first thing I want to congratulate you. You know, you have been very critical when it comes to opposition and other people for this government. But today, to be very much critical on people that is making the president and this government unpopular, I just want to hear you for that. And I want you to remain on this path because lots and lot of people, I don't want to call names in my community. There is no impact. Most of those individuals that work in government are made in the rural community of which you live. But rather, they put up a lot of hate against this government. So, Segu, I just want to say, hats off to you. Congratulations. Thank you for the change.
Thank you very much. Let's hear this person here. Hello.
Yeah, how are you?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I've been lucky. This is my house first time really to listen to your radio station, and I've been hearing this damn tickle.
Mm-hmm.
But it is sad on your
And if you say that you will mind the identical common official, President William will be one day a president.
God
Most
forbid.
of the Nigerian people, they are doing they are working on the ring because of the president good being for Liberia. For example, common official, some of them they are disappointed to the public, even to the party. So thank you very much, and that will be our base. That will vote for President George Weah because he do best for the country. Thank you very much.
At 8 o'clock tonight, I will speak to seditions. Hello. Hello. Good evening. You're live. Let me talk. Let me take this person. Good evening. Hello.
Hello, Sheku.
Good evening, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the program this evening. You see, it reflects our mind when at the time the president admitted that some civil service were underpaid. And since that time up to now, we've been wondering as to what will happen to people for underpaid.
But President speak is a policy statement. Could you imagine people were paying $50 and whereby it's not be paying 50 and 150? So that alone shows that the government is supposed to give the banner money to the people. And now these ministers today are working with President Weah. They are the problem for President Weah.
Yeah, it
They
is not
are
the
very
president. They are the
mean,
problems.
very, very mean. Even the community they live, they don't care. They want their windshield off, they in their car. How who can speak to you? That person will go to you say
And say
also the president.
and say vote for somebody and everything. Somebody's calling me on video. I don't know why you call it on video though. Do you want to participate on the show?
I want to get on a show.
No, but you should have.
Thank you for your.
You should have called on video. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
That you know that your own manner.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for what you're paying for. Because you talk the truth. Seku, I beg you for God's sake, get close that 1 year. Let us all pray and power.
Oh yes, we will do our best. Certainly, we'll do our best, Mama. But we need to tell the people the truth. Thank you. At 8 o'clock, at 8 to 9, I will talk to seditions. Hello, Cooper pass away.
Yes,
Unity partisan.
Thank you, Seku. Good hearing. And sorry for the poor voice. My name is Cooper Pass because yesterday we were on fire.
Mama, you enjoyed too much yesterday.
Yeah, when I did it reading on that, we broke the sum. We came outside, cracked our program yesterday.
Ba, go ahead, ba. Go ahead, ba.
So many weather indicators that people were disappointing that people came outside the show love to the rescue.
Cooper, go ahead. Go ahead, Cooper.
Let me appreciate those professional media institutions and horses who took that time that reported they very excellent work yesterday with awesome Nari trying to cover the happenings that
Dana hear you coming tell the people thank you for coming out yesterday, oh brother.
So to the CDC, right?
Mm-hmm.
If people sit in America, people sit in other places and think that George will win election or a single panel, they're joking because the Liberian people yesterday, men and women, they came outside to show to George and his supporters that we don't come on Facebook every time to insult each other. We say we monitor, we know the country is going backward. Nothing is doing yet.
No, the president will win. Trust me, no matter how the issues are. This person, hello? Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, Obadiah UJ Phillips, a Liberian studying in India, and I just graduated with an MBA degree in marketing management.
Oh, my brother, before you go ahead, I want to say congratulations. And my sister that I'm next to is she graduated with master. She will be back in the country this week on Thursday. I want to say congratulations as well. I hope we Liberians can continue to push the same thing from India and other parts of the world.
Thank you so much. Seku, let me just share this testimony of mine. I got this scholarship in 2021. Seku, you won't believe it. I am a Liberian. I support George Manuel Weah. But the people around President Weah, they are the problem for the president. They are very mean and wicked. Seku, you won't believe when I got this scholarship to come India, I wrote almost all these ministers. None of them helped me. And today they are the ones celebrating me.
Hey there, my brother. That Liberia for you. This person, hello.
Hello, Seku.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. My dear brother, this is CDC Papi Sosa's kid. I've been joining from the most abandoned district for most of our county.
Go ahead, Papi Sosa's Keita.
Thank you, Seku. Let me employ you this evening. You have said all. And my dear brother, the issue of the government, this is what we're going to. The less of Samuel Tuwe, the less of Musa Frank Dean, who's of course you and I know. Musa Dean, Administrator of Justice, and Samuel Tuwe. All of the youth all of the youth wing, the director, the minister, only youth wing. Like I can tell the mayor from the mayor Tamakochi.
Oh, that young man is a very excellent
He's
young
a
man.
godfather for the opposition, imposition, the ruling party, non-ruling party. He's a man that can empty pocket to give the last to everybody. It is so different when it comes to opposition, imposition. But when we talk about the youth wing, all the young minister, the young director, the female, the male, they are all mean
And someone then that first time since they were funded for fun, you know, because he might be born, but he says since they were funded.
Yeah.
That at first time to even get 1,000 or 2,000 for themselves.
Some of my friends then, at the time before Prince Johnson can turn over to United Party, sir, Chairman Moru went to Prince Johnson house. Some of the CDC guys and they come out now around and say, oh, success, the party chairman around here. I say,
okay, thank you, my brother. Let me take another person. The lines are bustling. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Yes, you live? Okay, let me take another person here. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Alexander George.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank you for the show today. I've been monitoring you when you're at Freedom FM.
Mm-hmm.
The way you talk today, Sekou, if you have to start talking that out from the beginning, you are going to help the guy to help the president. You are going to help them to help the president. But most of you guys, sugarcoat those guys, ugliness, you defended them with maybe you had a matter that were going to change. And they kept on behaving the way they kept behaving on the today. They got mean to their very neighbors. Today they are not able to go to the neighbor to say, vote for President Weah. So President Weah is like, walk in the ring, walk in the sun, walk in the water.
As soon as you see President Weah here, that time you see all of them. Who tell you say that campaign anywhere the president go, all of you follow there? Being very sycophantic.
Where in the world where we come out to say Liberia supplying Ivory Coast? But then we should have started that very day.
No, it doesn't work that way, my brother. But he himself know that in his own red man, it doesn't make sense. You don't do propaganda or something like that. You can say
Thank you,
my brother. Thank you. And you can look and say, you can say Liberia, something like that. Then you get say people. Hello. Good evening. This person. Good evening. Which line I should go to now? That way the other person can say Lantern. Let me take Lantern. Hello.
Hello, my brother.
Yes, sir. From Lantern. Mm-hmm.
I get to tell people learn double over the chance. The one of these opposition also is the only people say the process because I see people on Sarah alone. That did not be there, man. There's too much of pretending when I see the people outside, they say, oh, the city all up over in the other country, the city all up over in the country. Then it's double on next campaign.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, I'm going to take 5 more calls. I call you a day. Hello.
Yeah. Sekou, how are you? This is Emmanuel Richardson, and I joined the conversation on about Carwell.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Sekou, I listened to most of our caller. Even some of our friends that call on this platform and say, oh, they are disappointed with the government official because they are mean. Some of the same guys or the same people who went against them for a year because of Darrell Dillon. What Darrell Dillon had done for them yesterday or behind Darrell Dillon? Nothing.
So have we changed from some of the things that the people got angry about? Have we changed from it?
We agree that everybody get their own problem. For me, I was attacking my own government. I'm not working, but I'm still supporting George Weah. Because my support to President
hello,
Weah,
sir. I'm not saying you should not support. Even though I've said all of what I've said, we still support. But I'm saying that the people that are creating some of the problems need to desist.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sekou. I'm not for you, for your talking point. I always agree with most of the things you say. But I'm saying to some of our friends that are expressing their anger on this land, I'm saying to them, we agree that some of the people around President Weah, they are very mean and wicked. And they know they don't fool you for that. They don't hear you against CDC. So they're very I'm not doing anything for your AFBI. They don't pass me around yesterday. So then what's the issue? We are there. We should be complaining. Someone else decided to go.
Okay, thank you. Let me take this person here. Hello.
Hello, Seku.
Good evening, Mama. Let's hear you.
Okay, this is my Sissy. I'm calling from Private, my son.
Oh, my on the line. Go ahead, Mama.
Yeah. Thank you very much. What all you said are true.
Mm-hmm.
I think you want to witness my friend, my sister, my married singer. You want to witness for
Oh, yes. My married singer, I needed to take her to JFK when Jefferson Koji. I reached out to Jefferson Koji. He helped that lady when we were making all other efforts. No one could help. Yes.
Thank you, my son.
That lady she used to be a staunch supporter of the government. She died.
People defend a woman, they want to get what thing that may talk about today. When they say we can't human being, he gets sleep for human being. That was should have lived now, but today because of the wicked, I'm resting on that. I'm resting on that. So I think they were into there, or since they were going to one who battle for the government. For the minister, they didn't get that. It's not be looking at how something like that. Talking for them, who get for your up. It's not happening that way. Who's doing for job, my son? Who's doing for job? I was sick and not happy. That was if I said, son, open your FM. He can be facing our US. And me employ that man, that's God bless him. But if people, none of my business right is down. Who help me to sell to some of my business? Nobody to help me. So I asked him to help you in listening to that video. They said, my CC will only a banker. When I'm 11, my 11, protect me every day. So we had an election, my son, I will cross the water. When I get food to eat or not, I will try to son and say, I'm going to and so they can get a result. All I want to do, nobody get done. So be like, you come from me one day. Before you say like you, will help you. Nobody doing it. Therefore, when you say like you, my son, I support you 100 times. They make wicked, they put out wicked people. But I said, minister, thank you.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Our president, they can never be minister. Hello? Or director. Good evening.
Thank you. This is Satan will football defender from Looking Town. Yes, we are listening to your experts. You starting you said something like you said anybody can make reservation. What they choose many of our ministers, they are very selfish. In their community, they are unable to reach out to people. But I don't know, actually, you are only making emphasis on Minister Samuel Tue. I think if somebody I heard Minister Samuel Tue is trying his best. Those is the final, hello?
I'm hearing you, you are live.
Those is the final minister, maybe to you in not living up to your expectation. But Seku,
Mame, hello. So the thing what I talk say, they take government program, what they say, that CDC or whatsoever thing, they give it to station and say the independent. They could not carry it to Freedom, they could not carry it to Banner, they could not carry it to Kings, they could not bring it to Voice of like, brother, I want to lie.
I come into that, Seku, what is true if you have your home and your children are eating, you see people outside, you're not a good fellow. But they shouldn't be about Samuel 12. Samuel 12 is the
my man, that Samuel 12 are there, I tell you. Hey, look at the other man. My man, you, stop. I'm talking about what I know. Did I tell you advertisement? Did I tell you about advertisement? But not do it. You think our radio station will not be on? That for the other people's stations, Obama will be on.
Who can do advertisement? If you have problem with Minister Samuel, you can handle it.
I beg you, man. Aton will let Jedo. I have no problem with him, but I will tell him the truth. Hello.
Good evening, Seku.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. You are live.
Yeah, this is Mike Dennis, and I'm joining from District 13.
District 13, go ahead.
Yeah, you have said it all, and we have testament to that. You have spoken our mind, because we are observed that there are ambitious people in this government, and they are undermining the government for their own selfish political interests. And one of those having to do with the finance minister. Can you imagine? It is alleged that the finance minister is supporting a criminal against the incumbent, which is a seriously lawmaker in District 13,
What about District 9? District 9, the men working, the men are working in your office. I know in your play that you were trying to get patient.
Yeah, he's doing something in District 13. And that is not good.
I will say some PBTs on the radio. I ain't afraid of nobody.
That is not good. It was me and left that they see someone try to put the student education party on campus. One of those protestations that you saw, those guys were on pay with 2,500.
Okay, thank you. Let's take another person here. Hello.
Hello, Shedu.
Good evening. Let's hear you.
My name is Emmanuel Yatwa Gekwali.
Sheku are working with one other entity, but because I'm a security, I will not call the entity name. Because Sheku, the people they are treating up by just man.
Mame, we're talking about company that are treating you, Benny. We're talking about people in government in coming with company that are treating you. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Sheku. Good evening to Bunch FM family.
Go ahead. You're live on Voice of Liberia.
Thank you, Sheku. Thank you. Sheku, my name is Haman, and I'm joining from Central Manozo. Sheku, I like the way the question you phrased to the previous call, that whether some of the things that were facing and make the law to win, whether they have gotten away. Sheku, let me tell you, the government officials, the capital government officials, they are not the ones that are supposed to be campaigning. The people themselves are in direct contact with the people within the community. These are people that will be campaigning vigorously for the government. For the government. Those people are making the campaign.
And my brother, you won't believe it that this government has done much more better than any other government in 6 years.
You see, no, simple, let me tell you, most of the government officials, they are not lean. And there's a reason why, and they're giving hard time to the president. It is not the president that really have a
No,
problem.
the president doesn't have a problem. The people love the president.
So let me tell you, some of our colleagues will tell us, some of the government officials, when they get to the office, they will give them literature, comment, policy, all of us. So $5 to take and give to the comment, and when they go to even the comment go to us for school fees. Common school fees, it's difficult for them, so even if someone doing for them, you know, it's difficult for the government, for the president specifically. So, some of those things, they need to get rid of the bar. How we want to see October 10, how the result want to be like.
Thank you, my brother. Let's take a few more calls and then we'll call it a day. We'll move on to hello.
Yeah, I was thinking about no time. I don't want to perform my call, but I was thinking I wasn't one other entity.
No, we're not talking about that yet. We're talking about something different. We're talking about entity you're working with. It's not what we're discussing. Please, I beg you. Hello.
Yeah, yes, sir. How are you?
Good evening, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you know, I got analysis, Chief. Yeah, you have spoken well. I agree. So we'll still re-elect president. We are back as president for Liberia. But after the election, all those people will be changed.
We pray that President Weah is re-elected. We'll do all we can in our own ways to have him re-elected. Thank you, my brother. Yeah. Let us not be discouraged. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes. Good evening. Too bad. You're coming in too bad, though. You need to move from where you are because you're coming in too bad. I can continue with you. Please, I beg you. Please call back. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Sherry. Are you coming here?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
This is Benjamin Newton. I come from Sophie. Hello?
Sir, you are live. Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Sherry, for some of us who love President, we're important voting.
Sure, please do. Don't stop voting him.
We love him. But, you know, let me share about a story too. A former government official from the Commerce Ministry, more especially, Josephine Davis, I think she vied for one of the representatives for district. I wrote that lady, sending the thing I faced away for her to give me something into my money. I want to face to face. She said she's not doing it. She was bold to tell me. These are things that can make people to go away from them. Wrong. You see, we'll try our best as a common citizen to support you because we love the party, we love the president, and want the president agenda to be achieved. And so many things happening. They take away the aspiration of the citizen and wrong. Well,
okay. Thank you, my brother. Let's keep voting. Let's vote for the president, but we need to wheel out those of the people not doing well for us. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. I'm speaking to everybody, but you put on new community.
Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah, so very lately, why I say we should bring the president, we should bring people for me, I'll bring the president.
No, the president, listen, let me tell you something. Hello, sir. Hello.
No, I'm coming.
Sir, let me just come in, please. Let me just come in, please, sir. Let me come in, please. I beg you. I beg you, please.
All right.
The president cannot do all the things by himself.
Yeah.
He appoints people like Tue and the likes of other people to serve various positions to deliver. When the president says to people that he wants to see the country in the next 2 years to be developed, it doesn't mean that it is he, the president, going to be going to all the areas. That means those of the people that he's going to be appointing are the ones that are supposed to go and deliver on the promises or what he wants to see.
Yeah, sure. But let's see. The problem is that we should have been the president because the president too live with those people here. If you know too much of friendship, when you notice that you appoint somebody and they are not doing the right thing, change the person and put another person that the person that is putting that they know that somebody made mistake that 1 minute to get that opportunity to get that job. They will not want to make that same mistake. They will protect their job. But you're doing it because the people struggle with you. You just keeping the person, oh, I don't want minute to feedback. I want for you to feedback. I want for you to feedback. I want to suffer you today.
Okay.
Suffering.
Okay, my brother. Okay, thank you very much. I do appreciate. Thank you very much. Let's take a break now. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, and I want you people to listen. Those of you that have been listening, encourage other people to listen. Those of you that are watching us, encourage other people to watch us. There's a very big syndicate I've burst, and I want you people to hear what I'm going to say. You know, I've done this not one time, not two times, not three times. I've done it on a countless occasions about people that are in the wrong, people that are defrauding the government. I did it in other cases to the extent my life was being threatened. I've been back on another journey. And this is about this company by the name of Market Business Center. Market Business Center is a Lebanese company that was established in Liberia on January 25, 1978 in Liberia. And they did a registration, a renewal of registration on January 30th, 2012. I want to tell you, I've got their entire financial report from 2020 to 2023. It will interest you to know, I've been thinking about this thing. Why is it Liberian businesses, they are not growing as compared to the Lebanese, the Indians? I have love for my country and I have love for my people. I've been thinking about it. So I decided to launch an investigation months ago. It will interest you to know I've been able to uncover more than 20 different foreign companies in Liberia. You will get to hear how they are doing things and they are defrauding the government of Liberia millions of dollars. I'm going to start with this company. And today I'm going to start with a report from 2020, their financial record. And I will let you understand what they did, how they did it, how they defrauded the government. And they are not doing it by themselves. They are doing it with people from LRA, auditors. They've gone to all the people where all the kinds of things they've done, they could not find them, but they allowed the audit to be. And I will be calling on the Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority. Tomorrow, I will write an official letter and I'll have a major press conference and let me put the Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority on record. And I will CC copy various embassies in Monrovia about Market Business Center of what they've done. And I'm willing to unveil myself to a panel investigators of LRA to prove to them and tell them in their system where the people have done certain things, how they defrauded the government from 2020 up to 2023. Let's take a break. My name is Sekou Sharif. We're going to be right back.
Money, money, palava. Money,
104.1 in the nation's capital, Monrovia, and 89.7 in Kakata, Maikibi County. All the great people of this great country, Liberia. Money matter. My name is Sekou Sharif, yeah? And we're gonna rumble now into something very interesting. Fellow Liberians, don't go listen. There's something very, very important you need to listen to about this company I just mentioned, Market Business Center. About what they're doing, what they are involved with. Oh, you won't believe it. How they're stealing from our country. Okay, folks, welcome back to the show. Those of you just joining us, I want to say thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for all of your calls. Even a bit 10, 15 minutes, I will need to speak to seditions before I leave the radio tonight. Fellow Liberians, few months ago, Voice of Liberia as an institution and Sekou as an investigative journalist that have investigative institutions and lots of people into bad deeds in our country. And I was thinking about this thing. Why is it you hear lots of businesses, foreign businesses, they're benefiting, usually they're growing in terms of what they do, but Liberian businesses, they're not growing. And I started to say a few things to myself. It said because you don't have the proper management by Liberian businesses, or is it because Liberians are not that knowledgeable to businesses in terms of the various stuff they usually do? Or what is the problem? So I started to get some understanding, and I got to understand that it is not that Liberian businesses, they don't want to grow, but they are 100% committed, and they've been harshly dealt with to pay taxes, to live in compliance with the laws of the country, than the foreign businesses in our country. So at the end of the day, the foreign businesses who come in Liberia, owned by foreigners, no one is against them, but they will come and do things and defraud from the government, huge amount of money. And at times when they're doing these things, they don't do them they alone. You can remember when I bust a case involving someone else where they will bring like 2-3 containers, and on each of the containers they will defraud the government almost 200, 300, 400, 500,000 of USD from that. This is even worse than what we discussed before. So I decided to launch an investigation to know exactly why Liberian businesses, they are not making money, or they are not growing as compared to the foreign businesses owned by Lebanese, Indians, Chinese, and whatsoever. So I got to understand that there are lots of things that the foreign businesses they are involved with. Number one, what they usually do, most of them, they under declare most of their things to LRA, to custom. They don't do it by themselves. They have their team players at LRA, at custom. So they do them. I'm going to give you statistics and records of Market Business Center. Market Business Center is owned by Lebanese. And they did not do an article of incorporation where you have an article, but they did article of agreement. And I'll read to you what the article of agreements and how the shares are within the article of agreement. So this company has allegedly been into lots of things, but we were able to obtain hard facts on this company financial transaction, particularly on how they pay their taxes, and how they talk about their sales and all the kinds of things from 2020 to 2023. And fellow Liberians, if we have a very strong and a good LRA boss, it will interest you to note that this company has stole more than millions of dollars from the Liberia Revenue Authority, from the government of Liberia in extension. They are to pay the monies. And before I can go into this, I want to say to LRA management, particularly LRA boss Thomas Dona, I'm calling on you tonight, that I don't want to blame you. You might not be in the know, but there are lots of things ongoing at LRA. Auditors, people that are playing with the system, they are doing a lot of damaging things at LRA. You have auditors that will go and audit people, how people pay their taxes on their goods they bring in the country. They will go and compromise it and do quasi audit. And I'm challenging the auditors that audited the Market Business Center from 2020 to 2023, July or June. But from 2020, 2021, 2022, up to 2023, because they must have received audit report that they claim vindicated them from 2020, 2021, 2022, up to 2023, the middle part of the year. I want to challenge those auditors, and it is what I will be calling for, to come out and defend the audits they conducted about Market Business Center. Fellow Liberians, the Lebanese, the Indians, the Chinese, they've taken over our entire system. Now, I have the entire record or records of this institution, the Market Business Center. I have currently in my possession their tax return, the financial statement. I have the entire tax system of what they reported. Their income tax. I have everything in my possession. And I will take my time. And I'll be specific about year. In a particular time, what did they do? What did they report? How does it commensurate? How it shows the fraudulent mood or the fraudulent act. And you will get to understand. But there's one thing I will tell you. It's so interesting. Hossein, who is the son of one of the owners of the company, not today, because it's something that will be on. We read the LRA boss. We want to have him on record. We also unveil ourselves to him to present the pieces of evidence we have. And we'll also call on him to ask his investigators to investigate what we are saying from in the system, to know whether what we are saying it is truth. If he fails to do that, then it shows to us that he's in support of the people that are not paying the referral taxes to the government of Liberia. So, let me go to 2020. Fellow Liberians, I'm taking my time because I want you to understand this. This company has defrauded the government of Liberia millions of dollars that we should be using to pay roads, to be schools, to do other things. But you know what the son, the Hossein guy, he brags that he's in the Masonic because he up the hill, so nothing can happen to him. And I will play you the man recording where the man told me, he said, because you say my company do wrong, so I'm a fly from where I am to Canada, Liberia. In fact, if you like it, go to court. A foreigner who is stealing from the government is brave to say what he said. Are you getting me? Now, let me go to the record. So I have here on my system 2020 report. Income tax, their financial submitment they did to LRA. And I will explain to you, fellow Liberians. Sometimes it will sound strange to you, but it is how it works at the ministry at LRA. For those of the people that at LRA will know exactly what I'm talking about. And the 2020, I have the financial report, the quasi things they did from 2020 up to 2023. 2020, fellow Liberians, I want you to listen. They have something called advanced tax. The Market Business Center reported, they themselves reported to LRA 27,854 United States dollars, 48 cents. Fellow Liberians, I want you to listen. Those of you to LRA, I want you to listen. Because some of you that are currently with LRA, that undermining LRA, that working with foreign businesses to defraud the government of Liberia, your time has come. Your time, it has reached to a point that we will expose you people. And my own good friend and brother, Thomas Jonah, I will challenge you to see whether you will stand your ground so that the right thing can happen to LRA. I will write you tomorrow. And I'm willing to come before a committee that will be set up to present to them what I'm saying, to show them the indications so that I can check in the system and see whether what I'm saying is true or not. In 2020, the Market Business Center reported to LRA that advanced tax, they said $27,854.48. And the advance tax is 2%. Fellow Liberians, I want you to listen, 2%. And they said that sales in 2020 was around 1,392,724 United States dollars, according to the report. So they said the cost of sales they had in 2020 was around 1,204,000. They said 1,204,513 United States dollars 5 cents. Then the profit margin in 2020, they said was around 12.27%. I want you to look in the system. Fellow Liberians, I'm speaking from the system. I want you to listen and listen to this. See how Liberians are working with the foreigners to enrich the foreigners at the detriment of the Liberian people. Then it was interesting to note that in 2020, the market building center, the goods they had as a beginner in 2020 was around 9,884,260 United States dollars. Is what they said. And then they went ahead again and say the goods that they purchased in 2020 was around 3 million. Listen though, the goods they purchased was around 3,295,256 United States dollars, 69 cents. So, fellow Liberians, here is the calculation. I want you people to listen and listen. I'm calling figure. Yeah. If you add the 9,884,260 United States dollars plus the goods that they started in with in 2020, if you add it to the goods they said they purchased in the same 2020, which they said they purchased 3 million, even though they started with 9 million, they sold 1,200,000 plus. Out of the 1,200,000 plus, they purchased goods more than what they sold. Yes, they said goods purchased around $3,295,256 United States dollars 69 cents. Then the record says total goods on hand. When you add the two numbers, the two figures, it will give you, if you add 9,884,260 plus 3,295 stuff and 3,295,256 United States dollars 69 cents. You add both of them will give you 13,179,516 United States dollars 7 cents. Right? So you come to goods at hand. If you calculate goods at hand, or you go to where they said they sold 1 million in 2020, 1,392,724 United States dollars. You do the calculation with $12.27. I mean 12.27 cents that are reported, which is the sold at cost. The sold at cost there is 1,240,513 United States dollars 5 cents. Right? I need you Liberians to listen though. If you do this calculation and you have 12.27%, and you do the calculation with the 1,240 United States, $1,240,113.05. If you do the deduction with the answer you got, it will give you the remaining goods of 11,939,306 cents. Now, with all the calculations are made very clear, do you know the fault and what did they do? They underdeclared their sales. What do I mean underdeclare? They sold high, but they informed LRA that they did not sell high. They underdeclared their sales with huge goods remaining on hand. What did they do again? They also sold less than what the company brought, even though the company started the year 2020 with nearly 10 million goods. So you want to ask the market building center, if you've reported to LRA that all the goods or whatsoever you've done, you've not been able, you brought in more goods, but you've not been able to sell. For example, let me put it in the simple Liberian English. You brought in 10 million goods in this year, but you only sell 500,000 out of the 10 million goods. Then the following year, you went and brought another 4 million goods. Then you want to ask, you are making business for profit. You did not make money. They did not buy the 10 million goods that you brought in the country in 2020. Where did you get the other 3 million or 4 million from to bring in another goods? Is it that the company that supplying you goods, they are giving it to you on credit, or they are giving it to you on a cash base? Fellow Liberians, like I said to you, we investigated the company. So we have a document here from the company in which they purchase their goods from. They usually purchase their goods from. What was the agreement they entered with the company? I have the document. 2020, I'm not talking about 2021, 2022. It is just 2020. That these people, they honor declared to the government of Liberia through LRA and defrauded the government through LRA millions of dollars in 2020. They lie that they brought in these goods, which could be truth, but they said they did not sell much money. They did not sell whatsoever, but they brought in goods again in a very high tune. So where do you get the money from now? If you did not sell, you brought in 10 million goods. You not sell. Federal Liberia. Let me put it in simple English. You go buy goods from Guinea. You brought 10 million goods from Guinea. And then you brought the goods in Liberia. You did not sell. But then in that scene or the following year, you did not sell though. The report you gave to the people, you say, oh, even though I brought the goods, but I sell 5% of this goods. So you know what should have happened? You should not even go for another goose. Or when you're going for goods, it should be less as compared as the amount you sold. But what the people did here, the remaining goods that leveled them, as per the record, the remaining goods that leveled them for 2020, as per the record we have here, the one that they purchased more goods that pumped them up to the total goods in 2021 to 14 million. Even though they started with something around 9 million. So you want to ask, you said to LRA that you brought in goods, but you sold less. Then why you went and you bought another goods in a tune of almost 3 million? Where you got the money from? There's somebody that want to think about money laundering. Do you have a company that just what? Then the people may like they say the company was over. The company that gave me the goods, the people giving it to me on credit. No. Here is the document in my possession. Their commercial invoice. The company that supplying there is called Timbro. Timbro is spelled as Timbra. Timbro, eh? Their address is here and everything. They are the seller to what? To Market Business Center. This is the commercial invoice. Buyer name and address. Market Business Center, Vata, Monrovia, Liberia. Date of invoice. The date is also here. Contact number. Blah, 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 blah. Their contact number. Contract. It's not contact, sorry. They said contract number. The contract number here is also here. And then you have port of discharge. Monrovia, Liberia. Shipping vessel number, TBR. Port of loading, you got Santos, Brazil. Shipping on board, you got it there. You got gross weight in KGS. You got it there. Bill of landing number is here. You got all, they say description of goods and services. You got all the goods and services. Total amount of USD. You got it here. The Dominicans, they can't send for small thing. Terms of payment on the document here is signed. There's a term of payment. They said to be paid 20% advance, 80% 1 week before arrival. Bank details to be considered for payment. Banco do Brasil, New York branch, 686-8 535 Madison Avenue, 34th floor, New York 100022, Abia 02. All the information here. So, for 2020, it says that the goods they brought and the 2021 goods they were bringing, it was not based on credit. The only way you would say, okay, yeah, you can bring in 1 million or 10 million or 4 million goods, and then you don't sell and bring in another goods again of a hard tune when the company is giving you the goods on credit. You're not paying. But this company is saying that the term of payment you people agree on is you pay 20%. And then before the goods arrive in the country, you pay about 80%. So where is the Market Business Center getting the money from to be bringing more goods in the country, and the line that is selling less, but they're bringing more goods? Right? The owner declare sales with huge goods remaining on hand. And then NBC also sold less than what the company brought. Even though NBC, they started with something around 10 million goods in that year. Now, we have the custom document, which I just mentioned, in our possession that shows that NBC is not. They're not owing the people. They are buying these things. They're not crediting from the suppliers. She's not on credit where you say, oh, we're taking credit, everything. They are paying for it. Now, that is one aspect. Do you know what NBC did? The Market Business Center. Hossein, let me call the names of the owners of the company. Let me call the names of the owners of the company. I love to say things with facts. Let me call the names of the owner. They are foreign companies, though. Let me call the name of the owners of the company. Let me go to it so that you hear. This is what these foreign businesses are doing. And then you see, then they make more money at the detriment of the Liberian people. Right? Let me go to it. Let me go to it now. I want to go to it, and so that I can let the Liberian people know. And this guy, he's very arrogant and rude. And you know, the man say, we might carry him to court. We will carry you to court. That you the one who carry us to court. Watch and see. You think you're above the law, and you think you're in society? Go be in society. So here's the document. It said Market Business Center MBC, we the parties of Market Business Center, partnership organized and operating under the laws of the Republic of Liberia for the purpose of amending the articles of partnership hereby clarify that the article blah 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 blah. So let me show you the owners, the people that here that own a party of the first party, Jamel Fawaz. He has 57%. Party second party, Hassan Fawaz has 43%. Is hereby amended. When they did the amendment, let me see who names they mentioned then. So is hereby amended to read. Let me go to where is hereby amended to read. They did an amendment there, and it's what I'm seeing on the document here. You get Hassan, you got Hossein Esh Fawaz, you got Hassan M. Fawaz. Their names are here. They are the owners. Now, let me tell you another thing they did. They bought by the name of Hossein Fawaz because he get lay financial knowledge. You know what they did? They may remove himself from the large tax because the law says when you are selling above 3 million, you should be to large tax. This man is selling above 3 million, but he took himself with the cohorts and the work of the people at LRA. He left from the large tax. He left from the large tax session and went to the medium tax. When his year sales, they are far above 3 million. Because 3 million is the threshold for you to be to the large tax. So for you to be to medium tax, the threshold is 200,000. Small tax, the threshold is 2 to 300,000. Small tax, LD 200 to 3 million. Medium tax, and about 3 million sales is large tax. So market business center should be to large tax. But you know what the board did? He's a Lebanese. I'm not trying to say what. You know what it did? He left from medium, he left from large tax, and now he's, hey God, he's now paying, he's now making money, he's now doing things for medium tax when he's supposed to be paying taxes at large tax section. But you know who helping? The very people at LRA. This is a crime. This is a crime. For you to leave from large tax, and then you're making. So you know what he did? The same thing I'm doing. Honor declare sales, make it to look that he's not making money, make it to look that he's not selling. And the very people at LRA, they work along with them and they do it. I'm just telling you about 2020. I did not go to 2021. I did not go to 2022. I did not go to 2023, though. That is not a bravery. Can you do that in Lebanon? Can you do that in India? Can you do that in China? Can you do that in other countries? Why our own brothers are not good? Must you allow the foreigners to always do things out of the box? Hossein Fawaz, Jamel Fawaz, owners of Hassan Fawaz, owners of Market Business Center. You see how they defrauding from the government? I'm just reading you 2020 report. So who does that? Can this man as a businessman decide where he should go? The section in which he's supposed to go? When he's making business, making more than 3 million, selling more than 3 million Liberian dollars, he's at medium tax. He's supposed to be at large tax. So you see what the man did? And when you talk to the man brags that nothing can happen to him. He brags about it. His father is old. But Hossein brags. Hossein Fawaz said, imagine this labor. The labor had the bravery to tell me to go to court. I will sue you, Hossein. I will not sue you. I will play your voice on the radio tomorrow. I will not sue you. There's a country of law. I will write LRA. The LRA will deal with you. Then we'll get to know whether LRA is serious. I will write them and I will present to them the piece of evidence so they will know of how much you stole from the government of Liberia through your tax payment. Do you decide your own means to leave from large tax to go to medium tax? to tell you how the boy is brave. That's a crime. Least to talk about how you are under declaring. Let's go to the lines and listen to Liberians about this matter. Fellow Liberians, don't blame Liberians businesses that they are not growing. They are not growing because they are not involved into what the Lebanese, the Indians, the Chinese, they are doing. They are undermining the system. Imagine 2020 report of this man financial record that he submitted. I've done it, analyze it. They man, just for 2020, they man defrauded the government of Liberia more than 1 million. Imagine 1 million from 2020, 1 million. I'm just trying to make it the least. 1 million for 2020, 1 million for 2021, 1 million for 2022, 1 million for 2023. It's almost 4 million that this Duke. Some of the things the man has done, it is enough to close his business down in this country. Watch us. This is the starting. Watch and see how it ends. 0770. Listen, sometimes we need to make our Liberian businesses, trust me, no matter what we do, Liberian businesses, Liberians deserve better. Liberians deserve better. 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907, 0880-907-907. This is how the foreign businesses, they will grow, and then you say Liberian businesses not serious, or the people not serious to do business, they don't want to do this and everything. But no, the foreign businesses, they are not doing what they should do. They are defrauding the system. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, how you doing?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this is FS square number 1.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, sir. You're live.
You getting me?
Yes, sir. You're live. Please go ahead.
Yeah, everything is about 419. So Liberia, if we don't put Liberia first, then we'll be misleading our very self.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mama Liberia, it belongs to every Liberian. But when the tax is not paid, the rest will. Then tell me, how will you carry a storage truck to go and take people water from the country? And number one, Liberian people should be discussing because it's a shame and disgrace.
But it is what this company is doing. Imagine, my brother, 3 million LRD.
Yeah,
they
so
are selling far above 3 million Liberian dollars. 3 million LRD is less than 20K USD.
My word.
So they honor reporting to LRA, and they're doing something different because they don't want to pay the actual money they're supposed to pay to the government so we can have developments in our country.
Yeah, but the government must be aware. Because
that's the reason why
they will not carry on the deal.
That's the reason why there are people at LRA that are working with these people, and I'm about to expose them. You people know what I can do.
No.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the information.
Thank you, my brother. We will do the best thing. Market Business Center will be exposed, and the LRA people will do the right thing. Hello? They will do the right thing. Let me take another person on the line here. Good evening.
How are you, my brother?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
This is Uncle D. Fanny calling from Coverage, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my brother, this is the show this afternoon. About the problem is there. What's the brother from our area?
We're about to expose them. I'm writing the LRA boss tomorrow.
Yeah, see what you got to do. Control the problem for us. Just making a loading manager getting control just whatever stuff. Talking to us. Yeah, see what the story. You know the expose now.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Tomorrow, I'm on the people now until I see the end. Watch up and see. Hello? Yeah, good evening. Let's hear you. Yes, you are live, sir. Please go ahead. You calling from my Gibi Kakata? You need to be audible, please. You coming in very faint.
This Madison Quarter calling from my Gibi Kakata to be Pacific Mantigo Quarter.
Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Thank you for your intro. Highly enjoy what you have done. You know, we can't hold our government, and maybe we can't hold the people responsible for what they are doing. We hold our government responsible for what's happening.
No, the people at LRA are the ones that are doing this thing.
Just exactly, they are the ones that as you said, Ghana, it happened there. So why is it that when you reach the last they like to play on the Liberian? Just for common thing. Pass envelope on the ground and give it to them. That's all. Then they forget about everything that's supposed to be done for the citizen. So at the end, the citizen continue to suffer. So it is good. Thank you for what you are doing and continue with it. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me, before I take calls again, let me say this, right? The threshold of being in medium tax is 3 million LRD. Is less than 20K. Then why NBC, who is selling far above 3 million LRD, do it in medium tax? So is it that the medium tax is compromising with NBC, the market business center? Are they compromising with it? Knowing fully well that the people selling more than that amount, then why are you keeping them there? Why are you keeping them there? Thomas Dona, you need to wake up. There are people at LRA, you need to call your investigators. They need to investigate Market Business Center. If you investigate Market Business Center, you will get more than 4 million out of them. If you investigate Market Business Center, you will get more than 4 million out of them. I'm just talking about 2020 year. If you investigate Market Business Center, you will get more than 4 million out of them from the dubious things they've done. Thomas Dona, you need to wake up. Your auditors are compromising lots of things at LRA. You need to ask your investigators to investigate all of the reports, audits that NBC they've conducted, and it has reported to you people. The Market Business Center, they are under declaring and they are defrauding the Liberian government of millions of dollars that we're supposed to get to use for our country. But they are making millions of dollars in our country. 07709079070 080907907. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Moba, Louis Moba. I go from Kakata.
Kakata, Magibi County. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. My man, I appreciate you. You are great. You are a patriot. You are a really nationalist. I wish we have so many like you in this country. Be able to expose these things. These are the things that cause our backwardness. And they make us to look like we are not serious and can't do anything for ourselves. They are responsible. But the rest left with the government because they allow them to be here. Like Liberians, most of the Liberians are not patriots. They are not patriotic like you. I mean, why must you be responsible to rob your own country like that? I mean, your own people. I mean, there is shame on them at LRA.
Thank you very much. This Market Business Center needs to be exposed, and they should shut them down. Hello. This person. Let me go to this other line. This person is on the line. I don't know. The calls are too many. Let me take this person here. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ruben Kane.
Thank you, my brother. This Ruben Kane, I call from Ghana. Cool. These are the same people that undermine the government. And these are the same people that work in government. They give bad image to the government. And then they carry the glory to their family. And even if you hate the government, you don't hate the people of Liberia. Just the money you are calling, that few group of people will just say in corner. And not only that, even that, the revenue people.
Mame, I will put the LRA boss on record tomorrow. Read the man.
There are few stores around. They don't go there because it is their interest. The major one that they get good money in that place, when they read it, they will pass from that place, they go to the small area that they can afford. And that store is not registered, they will give fake documents. And that's how they are just been lazy. I said that to the 13. And then when other guy, I give you the next place, I say, okay, let me pass. But what people do to this country, they will want people. And that's many of them, their advice ending can be bad. You can't continue to defraud the government, steal from the government, and the other day you want for God to give you peace, God will give you peace. And let me appreciate you this thing. It should not be covered.
and you have been doing your work. Just continue like that, and God will continue to bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. I have 10 different reports about foreign businesses. Listen, the last other report of the Market Business Center has clearly said to me, and I've read it, I understood it, because the other report did not unearth some of these facts that I'm saying to you, fellow Liberians. So I'm saying to you now, Thomas Donald, what was the last other report of this company? Now, Thomas Donald, my very good friend, you need to see it for yourself, though, because I will write you tomorrow and I will let you to ask the people to investigate good. I will get on your back. You my own good friend. Let me say, I will get on your back. The right thing will be done. I trust you. I respect you. But I will get on your back on this issue. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
I am sorry, Gabe calling from Congotan.
Congotan, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment. Once my colleague shares from ITV, I don't want to be around with him. Don't blame those people. We blame this government. Because when someone has doing wrong, I know that this government.
Mama, don't blame the government in totality. That people at LRA, we're talking about LRA now. We're talking about government in totality.
Yes.
Okay, sorry you went off. Hope you can call us back. Please, I beg you, please call us back. I did not cut you off. Oh. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I'm me, my that they calling from People Belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have been following your show.
Mm-hmm.
The issue here is the cost deriving from LRA. Yes. They doing this to undermine this government.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then here is the issue. They can take the report, they carry it to their boss, and then their boss cannot review it.
Yeah.
That's how I it.
Yeah, that the auditors then that can go audit, they can see all these things, they can unearth it. And trust me, right, my brother,
yeah.
which I will push. If you just see the last other report, if you just an ordinary person, you will ensure that the audit is redone. So now I will be asking Thomas Donald to ask his auditors or ask those of the people that could investigate to thoroughly investigate this company. And if they don't see any fraudulent act, anything I say in Liberia is not truth.
Yeah. Actually, it's too bad. It's bad. Okay, then. Thank you for the show.
Okay, brother. Thank you very much. I'm on demo. I'm on this. I have a very serious interest about it. The right thing needs to be done. Market Business Center, owned by the Fawas, they need to stop stealing from the Liberian people through their taxes they have to pay. You see, they share arrogance and stupidity on the part of the people. They make millions of dollars from our country and they refuse to pay what they're supposed to pay. Then you got the rude son of Mr. Fawaz that says that he breaks and tell people that they should take him to court or they should go to LRA as if to say he runs this country because he's in society. You think the Masane cry more than the things you're supposed to do in the country? Eh? You think that society Benin will run here? Eh? Or you think more society pure president? Eh? That layman, I will play the layman voice tomorrow, and you listen to the man how arrogant he is, rude. If your father did not train you well, you need to know that you are in a country of law. You're in a country of law. You don't be arrogant the way you are. You don't be arrogant the way you are. Eh? And I'm saying this to Thomas Donald. Market Business Center. I'm calling on you tomorrow. I will write you. I will put you on record. I will share that letter I'm sending to you with other embassies. I will share with other integrity institutions. And I will be demanding you to call me to present to you the pieces of evidence I have for you to investigate and call your investigators to investigate a Market Business Center. And if you don't find them guilty of what I'm saying, then I should go behind bar in this country. Then meaning everything that I've said, all the investigations I've conducted in this country, then I lie on people. But if it is truth, let them face the weight of the laws of our country. Who is the Fawaz? Hassan Fawaz, Hossein Fawaz, Jamel Fawaz, for them to go take their company from large tax and put them to medium tax when they are making more money that's supposed to be in large tax? Is it not a violation? Who determines them to leave from there? It is because this layman is very cold. He wants to continue to steal from the Liberian people. He doesn't want to pay the taxes. He took his company from there. But you watch and see. My country, Liberia, will not be a country where the Lebanese, the Indians, the Chinese will come and the foreigners will come and make money out of my country and go into that country and say, oh, Liberia is a place you can go and get rich so easily because the people there are stupid. It will not happen in my country, Liberia. When the folks, and you know why? I'm so angry. Let me give you one of the documents. Let me give you the name of one of the persons that submitted one of the documents. Let me go to the place. And some of the auditors at LRA, they are into this. Some of the auditors. Now, this was 2021. The 2021 was understated on the annual tax returns filed on April 26, 2022 at 11:39 a.m. by Hassan Fawaz in the amount of God. How the foreigners are taking our country to be, though? How are they taking us to be? You know what they can be talking? They can go set them on themselves. That one, they're stupid. We'll make money out of them. We get it in our pocket and everything. This thing about the market business center, and Hussein Fawaz said that he in society, that nothing can happen to him in Liberia. Let's watch and see. Let's watch and see. This is a country of law. And I'm challenging the folks at LRA. If you're not doing, I will expose some things and you people will get embarrassed. You think I'm talking about government? Government can't do everything? Eh? Do you know how many? You can be working with international people for transparency and everything. You all sit there. Let one stupid Lebanese or a Lebanese company come and do something to you that they ain't supposed to do to you. Why this is going on in our country? Why? Why would the market business center would choose to do what they're doing? You are only declaring your sale. You are defrauding everything you got to do. You're taking yourself from another place. Something that you should do per law based on what you generate or what you sell. And you decide to do it by yourself. Tomorrow, I'm writing them. And I want to read the LRA boss this week. I don't have a redress. I will give you another means of engagements that they will do the right thing. And I'm saying this to you, Liberians. I'm willing to unveil myself so that the LRA boss can call all of his investigators. Let me appear before them as a journalist to provide to them the pieces of evidence that I've gathered, so as to safeguard and make this company to pay the millions of dollars they've stole from the Liberian people. Yes, I'm willing. I am willing. Sometimes we need to break the storm. We need to move and even go deeper so that we can safeguard something in our country. And this is what I'm saying about the market business center. You get Hussein, damn rude. You can't tell me, say, because you say why I'm a fly from where I am. Watch, my lay man, my Peking. Wait. And you think, say, that Lebanon, yeah, you will misbehave, you will add rules, and you will run our country, or you will run the government. Wait, yeah? This is Liberia, and this is a country of law. When we finish, we make the people to understand how you stole, and you say, we might carry you to court. We will not carry you to court. You go to court. You will carry us to court because it is just the starting. We'll make sure your business will be closed for the stealing you've done because it reached to the amount for you to be closed. Your crime. If LRA decides to do the needful per the law, you will not sell in this country. You need to be closed because you are criminal. You are stealing, you are honor declaring, you are defrauding from the government of Liberia. You will not do business here. Let me take a few calls. Fellow Liberians, it's hurting me. If it is not hurting you, it is hurting me. You know why? Liberian businesses, they are not growing. Why you have foreigners are growing? Because of the dubious things they're doing in our country. 07709079070880907907907. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Let's hear you.
Very most often,
Hello. Hope you call us back. Let me take another person. Good evening.
Hello, how you doing, bro?
Good evening. Let's hear you.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yes, you are live, Mama. Let's hear you.
It's true for what you're saying. I'm really enjoying the show. I've been following you. But you see the problem with the Liberian, we get too much freedom to the foreigner.
Yes.
The foreigner have too much freedom in our country. Yes. They go as far, even we the citizen for the country, we don't have freedom the way the foreigner have in the country. So they do things what they feel they're doing, but they do it. Even their money can speak for them. Even if you take them to the law, their money can speak for them.
Mm-hmm.
For example, even foreigner, even go to the station, foreigner can be brave to the youth and come back home. Because while they have money speaking for them. And not supposed to be like that. Because different country, you travel, you go there, like Ghana, when you go to Ghana, you study, you the Liberian woman, you study them. If you can't speak the poor dialect, you don't buy from you.
Oh, yeah?
They can't sell you that dialect. They come, they buy to people that speak that dialect. If you can't speak the poor dialect, you say the whole day, you will not sell $5. Because what? You don't speak the poor dialect. But in our country, we get too much freedom to the foreigner. So that what's suffering us? We don't let ourselves.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you very much. Let me take this person here. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Sherry, how you doing?
Good evening, sir. Let's hear you.
Thank you. This is my small calling for the community.
Go ahead.
Let me commend you for your talking point in thousand. A lot of people in the area, they want to short stay, and they will never ever talk about it. And those things, they know that while the Labani people, they foreign national doing, are affecting our society. Because Labani businesses can grow. Don't gather involved in wholesale, they're involved in retail, and they are importing at the same time. They are doing whatever business. At the one time, it happened on Ghana Street. One Labani man looked at me and said, Labani, they are stupid. If they are not stupid, Labani, they can't tell you in Indian men, they become rich. He will just look at it. That's a Labani man who moved from Lebanon less than 3-4 years. His life has changed. He got an apartment, he got a car. But Labani man was spending 10-15 years working with them, they can't get nothing. And after he finished with that investigation, I will get information pertaining about that mirror gas. You know that yellow bottle, that cooking gas, what the men say, huh? The guy got a factory in Bicana involved wholesale at the same time. He have a retail. He got more than 600 motorbikes in the time yet. Fly all over the place. Why he has a factory in Bicana? Everybody buy for him. But at the same time, he got a retailing center. Every evening, the guy in Labrador garden that will go report to. That's a guy on statistic. They call him Musa. Every evening, the men will say, how much you pay the guy at $93?
Okay. Thank you. We will move into that. We'll move into that. Let me say thank you. And let me say this. I'm saying it with a very high level of love for country. That tomorrow I will write the LRA boss. And on tomorrow on this show, I'll read the letter that I will write the LRA boss. And also I will play you the audio of Hossein Fawaz, the son to one of the owners or one of the owners of the company. What did he say? And if we are not serious in our country, the buggers call themselves foreigners, will rule us in our own country. Good evening.
Yeah, how you doing?
Go ahead.
Yeah, firstly, I must appreciate your good work for you pushing such a very, very important letter to the Liberian people. Yes, I'm going to applaud you for that. You see, in this country, the foreigner, they are highly respected, even the citizens. Won't be the people who bring our own Liberian brothers and sisters that take the privilege and time and give it to them. They see that the people, the foreigner, they are more, in fact, they are not even human beings. They respect the people to that extent that when the people say this, they should bow by it. Well, I like the step you are taking. I want you to challenge them boldly, and I really enjoy you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will put the LRA boss on test this time around.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Hi, Camille.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm PG calling from Division 33 A.
Yeah, in Firestone.
Yeah, my man, I'm getting you what you saying, but you know, the thing that's something all Liberia, the Liberia government respect society more than the citizen of the country.
That is nonsense there, Hossein, Fawa picking, depending on his in society. You stupid. Lead up, Paul. He not bother with Sekou Sherry. Wait. Hey, in society.
You see the foreigner talking that kind of thing, they depend on something the Liberia government respect society more than the citizen. If you a foreigner going to the foreigner in society, you the citizen, you're not in society, you're not on that society, they will carry you some kind of way, your penny will get needed that. Are you getting me?
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much from the division for joining us on the show tonight. Thank you. I do appreciate. We all need to add our voices together and make this to stop for once. We can continue to live in our country, and you think the foreigners will be very arrogant, rude, like the way Dave Labour did. But I will play you. You will listen to him. Hello. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, this country here is the society building that's spoiling the country. The maternal cry go do in the country is for everything.
Oh, the man left the line. Okay, okay. Let me say this, and before we take this break, please hold your calls. We're not taking calls on this issue again. On tomorrow, as our management, we're gonna write the LRA boss, and we'll outline all of the issues into it. We'll also let him to know that we're gonna be unveiling ourselves to prove or provide whatsoever to him, and also to encourage him to ask his investigators at LRA to investigate this matter. And we're going to challenge all of the reports, the other reports that they presented about this company, that they are all fake, they are not honest, and let the LRA boss go into this and see whether what we're saying is truth or not. If they investigate and they come up to understand this company by the name of Market Business Center will need to pay the government of Liberia millions of dollars for what they've done through LRA. And this man, they're picking, I'm not even calling him, they're picking, they call Hossein Fawaz, they're speaking. I'll play you a voice tomorrow. You listen to the man. The man say we might carry him to court. And not because we are issuing a leave from where you see how arrogant the people are. You rather think that we say that kind of thing to happen. If we care for us will die, some of us will die and don't allow the nonsense to happen in our country. When Liberian businesses cannot prosper, and you have the foreigners, they are duping and doing all the kinds of things and all of that. So tomorrow we'll read you the letter. We'll read the LRA boss. It will CC copy embassies and integrity institutions in Liberia to see whether the LRA people will not do what they should do. Let this company be made. Let this company be served as example, so that other companies will not continue to defraud the people using the LRA, using the people at LRA to do what they've been doing. We're going to take a break very shortly. And then when we take a break, we come back. With the remaining time, we're going to speak to seditions. We're going to take the time to speak to seditions. We're going to talk to them. the oldie songs are playing. It reminds me, man, hey, when we were young people. You know, my guy there in Margibi, the man Kutu Sao. Yeah, the man Daniel Salih Secret. He's controlling the entire area. While you have the man Dante Weir. You know my Uno manager, the man. Someone can be telling me that the man are old school. The man operation that I can't even understand. I know my manager loves this song, man. Manager Dali talk papa. There you can see the other man. They're coming some kind of way. They call the man say cool. How old man we get? Famata. She get Davis, oh. She didn't let her be using Davis. My people, the manager has entered on me, oh, your account. The message say, "Who you eh? I think talking, don't talking, oh." Oh yes. Oh, that's it. Oh yes. The man Poema Brand is also in the building. I will tell you something. I'm waiting, oh. You don't like the way she cries, not my fault. Tell me what to do. I will do it. Tell me what you need, baby. I will do it because I love you from my heart. You want to see one man approaching woman again? Say, baby, you the only thing I love. I really been observing you. You're one of the best things ever happened in my life. I don't believe in how long. I just believe in how well. How many of you can do that? I know some men can do that one there. Okay, welcome back to the show, my people. You know, some men can do it. Say, I don't believe in how long. I just believe in how well because you know all kinds of. Okay, so welcome. welcome to the shoulder docs. The last 16 minutes ago, I'm receiving text messages. People are telling me how the finance minister, how he's faring. Some other people of what I've said. I have no regret. Let me just say it. Okay, let me speak to seditions. Let me speak to supporters of the government. You know, for some of you that have known me, I'm a very bold guy. It is not that I don't want you to do what you're doing, but I think it is fair enough to say the truth. I think what our people, those of the names I mentioned, including other names I did not mention, they're not doing well. The president is a very, very nice person who has done much for our country to receive what the people are doing to him. I want to call on you from all the length and breadth of Liberia, whatsoever you are. Anything that is bothering or maybe taking you or making you to think and discourage about the government, about the re-election of President Weah, I want to use this time to beg you. I want you to understand that it is not the president. The president is not a problem. The people around the president are the problems. And I don't want you to blame the president because he cannot be to all the areas at the same time. The president cannot be the one to interact with you. The president is not the president for CDC, he's the president of the Republic of Liberia. I want to use this time tonight to ask you people to forgive and forget everything that you think must have happened. George Weah is not a bad person. George Weah is loving, caring. What you think and see George Weah to be is not what in terms of being negative. I'm calling on you from the length and breadth of Liberia. Whatsoever you are, whatsoever must have put you to get against and think bad and think that this government has not done what you needed them to do. I want to use this time to say to you, our apologies to you. Forgive and forget. There's still enough room to reconsolidate, to correct the mistakes, to the civil servants. The government has tried her best to put smile on your faces. Maybe the way they've done it, it is not the way you thought they could have done it or they should have done it. I want to say to you tonight, please forgive. Forget about it. Things should definitely get better after the re-election of President Weah. I can say to you that President Weah knows some of the people that are not doing well for him. After the election, there will be lots of changes. I don't want you to use what some of the ministers, directors, some of the people in government they've done to you against the re-election of President Weah. I want you to retrospect when Liberia was being faced with war, when no one could see this country, no one wanted to identify themselves with this country. It was President Weah, at the time George Weah, that stood and made the world to understand and put the flag of this country above all. I want you people to think about those days when the very people that are calling you today to vote, then they were nowhere around. They could not stand. They could not show their faces. I want you Liberians to let go whatsoever that have happened to vote President Weah. Do not mind those of the people in your communities. Do not mind some of the people in the government that are not doing what they should do, and blame the president and take the angle to the presidency. I'm asking you tonight, please vote President Weah. President Weah has a heart of gold. He wants to see this country to develop. He wants to see the best of this country. Please vote President Weah. Forgive him. He's not the bad person. It is just that those of the people that are around him are the bad ones. But President Weah cannot do anything now because we have a crucial match which we are currently battling to not deal with him for what he doesn't know. Forgive him. If you have got anything against the president because of some ministers or whatsoever, I want to use this time tonight to say to you, Liberians, please forgive President Weah. Give him a second chance. Re-elect him so that he can continue. In my mind, I'm sure when he's re-elected, he will correct some of the major mistakes. Give him a chance. If you believe in what I'm saying to you, Liberians, tonight, I want you to call me and tell me that you're forgiven, and you will, because of some of the things. I don't want you to think about all the bad things. Put them at the back of you. Put them at the back of you. Even though we all complain about some of the bad things that are happening, but I decided tonight I'll put them at the back of me. I'm going to be on the battlefront. Let us fight. Let us reconcile. Let us put aside our differences for the common good of better Liberia. Under the leadership of George Weah, we can receive a better Liberia. 0770 907 907 0770 907 907 0880 907 907 0880 907 907. Let me talk to Liberians tonight on this issue. Seditions.
Hello.
Good evening,
Fine
sir.
evening. How are you?
I'm okay, sir.
This is Paul Warner from Looking Town.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, Reverend Warner. I want to agree with you to add is human. To forgive is divine.
Yes.
I'd also join you to say, to my brothers and sisters, let us forgive. And myself, I have taken that step to forgive. May God help us as we forgive. And may He give our president the heart that he would do what he God want him to do. God bless you for this day.
Thank you very much, my brother. Let us forgive and reunite. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Oh, what's happening? Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Let's hear you.
Yeah.
You could just move from your monitor, please.
Yeah. I go ahead.
You coming too bad, though.
Yeah, I go ahead.
Yes, sir. I say,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah. Good evening, Mama.
Cultural records from the community.
Mama, go ahead.
Yeah, we forgive that we are. But if we forgive, we will sack some of the bad people.
No, after the election, then we'll come back on the table to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Mama. Thank you. Let's forgive and forget about the things that happened in the past. This person. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Hello, you're alive, sir. Okay, let me take this person on this line. The news people on my back.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, my name is Otelo. We are calling from Broadway.
Otelo, go ahead.
Yeah, myself trying to talk to people to read that president we are. So some people agree, and I still convincing them to vote for President we are for second chance. But some of the same say the leaders around President we are too corrupt. So that the challenge we are facing now.
Okay.
Yeah, my phone go up.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me take this person. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, good evening.
How are you, sir?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Abdullah calling from Sleway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really appreciating your program. I'm really downhearted with what you're going through, and what you're telling the people of Liberia to go about and see how best Liberia could become a better Liberia and a great Liberia again. So it's like this is what's happening right now. Those that behind His Excellency George Manewia are those that just there as an empty statue, disturbing the Republicans. But now that people have come up.
All right. Thank you. Hello.
Good evening, Sego. How you doing?
Good evening, sir. Let's hear you.
Thank you. This is Imaya. I'm calling from most of our country. You see the problem that our government facing is very difficult for them to. Instead of to go attack individual, they should make sure
We're talking about a reconciliatory process.
Yeah, but that's
Let us reconcile, please.
That's a thing that they told the weapon. Right now, to reconcile is not mean anything. But the basic need of people, the citizen alone cannot make the government to win. They cannot make the party to win. We need the other people to come in. So how they will come in? Their basic need to be addressed.
Okay.
Let them involve who's the retail. This is major. Working area they are taking from
but tomorrow
Liberia.
we'll start. We're renting the LRA bus.
So, that thing and that require any time to make sure, let them foreigner, if you want to invest. So those are the jobs that Liberia depending on to put bring at table.
Okay, thank you. Let me take this person here. The news is up next. Sam is here already. Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Mutawaki. I call from Loguntan.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
I will give my view of free talk.
Huh?
Yeah, the time is too late for President Williams. Seriously.
I mean, we're talking about town late, we're talking about reconciliation, and you say
I tell you,
town late.
another stage here. We're talking about another stage here.
Yeah, but I know. So we reconciling everything here. Hello. Hello. The last person. The news is up next. Good evening. Hello. Ah. Hey, what happened here? You on the line? You talking? Yeah. Hello.
How you doing?
Good evening, sir. Go ahead, please. The news is up next.
Yeah, I'm Maxine Escody. I'm speaking from Upper Kawa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that got to do with the issue that you just spoken of President. We advise that I don't think so. You are the speaker, so is President. We are not in go on against the Liberian people or the youth of this country. It's good that he sat down on the media to.
But you didn't listen to the president. He said when there all those of the people that felt disenchanted about things that happened, he asked for people to forgiveness, so that people can let go all these things, so that they can move ahead and everything. You didn't listen to the president when he said it during the naming of their campaign chair. He said it.
That.
Okay,
and
he said it.
What we are saying, what we are doing, or we are looking at here is an here. So, and we all know the Constitution is.
Okay, Chief. Thank you very much. The news is up next. No time. We need to go. My name is Sekou Sharif. Tomorrow we'll be back here, and we're gonna be focusing on the Market Business Center, where they are defrauding from the government of Liberia. And I want to say thank you to Voice of Liberia in Kakata Magibi, counted on 89.7. And shortly we'll be in Bangabon County with Voice of Liberia branch. You've been listening to the program Issues of Today on Voice of Liberia 104.1 in the nation's capital, Monrovia. Many thanks to Abraham Dante Weir for all of what he did in terms of making us to be live on the television, the radio, on our various sites. Many thanks to Daniel Saliv in Kakata Magibi County. My name is Sekou Sharif, and certainly we'll be back here tomorrow. Up next is the news. Sam is watching. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for listening to the show. Tomorrow we'll be back here. But the issue about business, that's Market Business Center, a Lebanese-owned business institution, has been defrauding the government of Liberia. We will deep into it. We'll play you audios. We'll read more documents. We'll read you letters. And we're going to be sending out to the head of LRA. Do have yourself a God bless evening from the nation's capital, Monrovia. My name is Sekou.